frightening.
Worrying.
It's very worrying, yeah. As with all the things happening in the world, and it's all squeezing all of it down the line to us.
Everything's just a bit of a shamble at the moment. There's like so much stuff going on that I just want to go back being a kid, to be honest. Just so I just don't have to worry about all this stuff.
This cost of living thing, it's like, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? It's like this massive change is happening in our lifetime, and how's it going to end? What's going to happen?
The prices in shops have gone up, so they're proper expensive now. My mum has to ration it out to get £50 shopping and heating.
Food shopping, a can of soup. We'll go for Heinz soup because it's 95p not long ago. £1.40, and that's in Morrison's, and that's a cheaper shop. And I can get cheaper mates, but that's just an average.
I've noticed that I'm making a lot more use of discounted places for food.
But if you go to places like your Aldi's or your Lidl's, you'd probably be saving a lot more money if you went to places, say, like Morrison's or Asda's.
I'm a celiac and I have to have special food to start with. So when a loaf of bread goes above £4, it's getting a bit ridiculous.
One of the things that have gone up are the school buses prices. It went from £2.10 to £2.50 to £2.80. No, £2.60
and then
£2.80. Now £3.10.
The mortgage, it's gone up £80. It's 260 now. It's to 340, and it's not finished going up yet.
It's got that bad that we've stopped putting heating and gas and using gas and everything. And instead of using heating at night, my mum and stepdad went out and bought us all a second quilt instead, so we're not wasting money.
With our electricity, we just don't turn on lights during the day and stuff, and as soon as we leave a room, they go off.
They're just getting every single solitary penny out of everybody. Everybody's life's completely changed just like that. It's like, what the hell? That's what I mean. That's why I'm saying that's why it reminds me of a fairground ride, because it's going so fast.
The children being disappointed, I've decided I'm going to buy them one big present each, and even that is going to take up quite a chunk, and the rest of it will just be little fillers from Poundland and places like that. So it's the best I can do this year.
Yeah, I've heard my parents talk about it, how it's going to be difficult this year because of everything going on. So we're getting a lot less presents than we did.
Yeah, it's very much going to be a case of don't buy anything for us. Well, because we can't return it. It doesn't feel good to do that.
Half of the people that come to Christmas in my house are always freezing, so then we'll have to have the heating on as well, which I don't know why we have to have the heating on, because there's so many people. You can just heat up on
regulate bodily
temperature, just
huddle around like this. You'll be nice and cozy.
Feel good.
Our school can't even put the heating on until it comes to proper winter. Because those year 11s are doing our mocks in this really cold room, and we're all sat there because we can't wear our jackets because we have to look smart for people going past. We're all sat there shaking whilst writing.
Last year we were actually able to have the heating on.
Yeah, we had the heating
almost all winter, as and when we needed it. This year.
So I've got the bradykinesia, which is the stiffness variety of Parkinson's, and cold weather, I just seize up even more than ever, and it's very painful on the muscles. So with having the heating on, it did help. So I'm a bit worried about this year.
Well, I just feel for those who are less fortunate than ourselves, those who won't be able to have a Christmas because they won't have the finances.
Some people don't have as much money as others in the area and stuff, so won't be able to afford as much heating and things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that for Christmas, that they have to choose between you rather have presents or an actual meal.
I'm worried about people with mental health issues being cold, because although warm banks are being set up, I don't think that necessarily the people who are running the warm bank will possibly be as aware of mental health conditions as they might be.
Some people might be worrying about like they might not have enough for like gifts, but not just that, also like dinners, like Christmas dinners.
I feel bad for like the homeless people and the people that don't have electricity, who don't get to celebrate Christmas, who don't barely get to celebrate the birthdays because they can't afford it. I feel like that's a big, because in Morecambe there's a lot of people like that.
The main one's going to be the heating for the older people, especially.
They just won't put the heating on.
At all.
They'll be really scared.
And there's deaths every year from electric blankets and ancient electric blankets being dragged out of the loft and things like that from people that's just desperate for some heat.
I think the suicide rate's going to go right up, and I think that people are going to be, you know, going to be desperately unhappy, some people.
I feel like if people donated a little bit of money to like more community places, maybe it will help out more, because they seem to help out with like food and like Christmas.
People could perhaps just keep just £5 and go to the charity shops, or maybe even Poundland or Home Bargains, and buy a few little things for about £1 each, and then somewhere in between Christmas and New Year we have a sort of swap between different households.
If you had friends in the area, one night you could all go round to that friend's and you could cook a meal in their house, and you're only using one lot of electric. And then the night after, they go to somebody else's and they cook a meal there. And that way you're saving on your gas and your electric.
I just thought one day we could, I don't know, maybe even just put on Facebook, or I've got a load of, have a site, I've got a load of stuff left over, does anybody want to come and get 2 portions? Bring your own, bring a plate or bring a bowl or a pan or whatever.
It's when the chips are down that we really find out who we are, and we mind that best out of ourselves, whether that's as individuals, as a global community, or as a local community, and also as the Poverty Truth community.